Hi, I'm Isa Mendoza, and this is my story. My dad wasn't really around when I was growing up. He and my mother made a deal that he would provide for us financially, but we couldn't expect him to be around for holidays or birthdays or really any time that it counted. I never felt like I missed out on anything because I had uncles and other male figures in my life that filled his role. They taught me to ride a bike, shoot a basketball, all the things a dad would do. And I never even felt like I wanted him around. To me, it was normal that he wasn't. This is a story I've told my entire life. The last couple weeks during this pandemic, I've had an opportunity to be with myself and revisit my childhood memories and see them in a new light from a different perspective. Memory is such a funny thing. We rely on it so heavily, yet it's quite unreliable. I always took my memories as facts. This is what happened. I was so sure. I absolutely hated my childhood. I felt powerless and trapped in silence. It made me bitter. And because I was so focused on the bad stuff, I missed out on all the good. I didn't see how much my parents loved me. Whenever I think about my father, the phrase that is automatically attached to him is he wasn't around. All he was good for was his money. And now looking back, I realized that I inherited this perspective from my mother. After all, I was a kid. What did I know? And so I believed this about him. He's never around. He's never around. He's never around. But actually, he was around. He was around a lot, to the point where when he was around, I'd still say to myself, he's never around. He's never around. He's never around. So to me, what was the point of having a relationship if he's never around anyway? What's the point in trying? And in doing so, I blocked any love that was coming my way. Even until this day, he tries so hard to be part of my life, and I just constantly shut it down. My entire life, I've told myself that I've had an absent father, but he wasn't the one that was absent. It was actually me. This bitterness shows up in so many areas of my life where I feel unsupported and unloved. I give and give and give and always wonder why I don't receive. Why am I not successful? Why doesn't anyone help me with the dishes? Why don't I get back what I put into the world? I see now so clearly how it isn't the world that's holding me back. It's me. The stories we tell ourselves are so powerful, the things we convince ourselves of. In many ways, that story served me in building my independence and strength. I saw how much my father's absence negatively affected my mother, and I never wanted to give anyone that kind of power over me. And so the story served me for many years, but I realize now it's not serving me anymore. It's holding me back. What serves me now is seeing the love. What serves me now is opening up to receiving that love. By our very nature, we're constantly growing and evolving as human beings. And so our stories need to evolve with us. And if this pandemic has taught me anything, it's that I have time. I have time to create change in my life and space to let go of the stories that are causing me to suffer. I have to be able to taste the bitter in order to taste the sweet. I've had my share of the bitter. Now I'm so ready for the sweet. Thank you.
This story just hit me really hard. I appreciate your honesty and I'm getting so emotional.
I'm glad. Emotional is good.
No, it was amazing.
So good.
Amazing.
Thank you. I really like that addition of the bitter.
Yeah, no.
Story.
Because it's like
it
came out of nowhere before when we took out the medicine stuff. You know what I mean? So, yay!
But you don't understand how much this brought some light this morning. So thank you.